You know, there's actually a Claptrap joke later on in this that I think is kind of funny. It's the one where he's talking about beating me up even though I don't feel pain. I think that's kind of funny.
Claptrap's got a new friend.
Because it's just, you know, it's not about Claptrap is annoying. I do like that joke.
Yeah. Oh, there goes my firework.
Oh yeah.
Bounced off of
So, for anyone who hasn't played the Borderlands 2, the gun game, it gives you a grenade type at the start that's objectively the best grenade in the game, and you should never sell it.
So, to clarify what it is, it's only with the Game of the Year edition. It's also the thing that gives you all those useless gold weapons at the... Fuck!
Oh yeah.
I accidentally caustic bombed myself.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I just stepped too close. Which was wrong.
Hey, 100 XP, baby! You having trouble?
No, I just went down. Then got back up immediately. Oh man, I love Gage's screaming.
I bet you do, Randy.
Is that weird?
No, Randy, it's not weird at all.
This is getting good.
You know, the first time you play a Borderlands game, it's like, oh man, these screaming psycho enemies, they're kind of funny. And then the more you encounter them over the next 100 hours without any variety, it's like, you know, I'm getting real tired of the screaming psychopath enemy archetype. I don't know, is that just me?
I think that's just you. No, I love the constant, never-ending screaming right in my fucking ear.
It's funny because he's loud and crazy.
It's funny because it's unpleasant.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, that we're not strangers to that field of comedy. It's just
no, God, no.
It
Future Corbo, put in Christchurch footage.
Please don't. Please don't.
Get Future Corbo, put it in the 9/11 Truther documentary.
No. Oh, come on. Come on. Don't remix his voice. Oh.
What the fuck are you talking about, remixing voice? Or you mean the Christchurch guy?
Yeah.
That meme-loving cunt is gonna ruin the internet for everybody.
Oh, well, I mean, given that that was his express intent and purpose, you know...
that and to get gun control in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Which, hey, it worked.
Eventually.
I don't remember... I think it was a Family Guy bit, because Family Guy had these big, long, like, Star Wars parody episodes.
Yeah.
But it was a joke I loved where it was a... You know the line about wretched hive of scum and villainy, and the guy just says, you'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy anywhere. Trust me, I've looked. It's a simple joke, but it works.
You know, I'm gonna be honest, I don't hate Family Guy to the same extent the internet appears to.
This many times before. Family Guy has a ton of really funny jokes.
Oh.
I would not want to sit down and watch an episode all the way through most of the time.
Fuck! I accidentally lost all my stacks.
You get the sandwich. There we go. There's the first stack.
There it is. There it is. Rest in peace,
Sandwiched in between all of these really funny jokes are a lot of incredibly unfunny ones.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because I think that there are some insanely funny jokes in Family Guy.
I think I mean, this isn't controversial, but I think American
Oh yeah,
Dad is
uncontroversial opinion. American Dad is actually good.
Yeah.
Completely unfucking controversial.
Yeah. There's... I don't think there's any fight back on that.
No, I mean, I'm sure there are like some hardcore Cleveland show fans out there. You know,
I mean,
in the mental home where they belong. And there's obviously an audience for Family Guy, and don't get me, this is not me shitting on Family Guy.
Yeah, it's...
I think it's very easy to... Oh, it's the lowbrow humor. No, I enjoy watching it. It's just that most of the episodes aren't very good.
Yeah.
Because for every good joke, there are 2 bad ones.
Yeah, that's...
That said, there are some great jokes. One of my favorite jokes ever is from Family Guy. It's the one where Peter brings the lion into the house, and Lois is like, "Oh my God, does it bite?" And he's like, "Of course it bites. It's a lion." it's so simple, but so beautiful.
Find the controls.
I don't know. I have some mixed feelings on Seth MacFarlane, but he can write a good joke.
Yeah. Oh my God, you fucking bombed me.
Remember, like, the 20 minutes a few years ago where Seth MacFarlane was the biggest thing in comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
And then
kind of killed his own career.
And then Ahmed the Dead Terrorist took over, or whatever. Is he still a thing?
Are you referring to Jeff Dunham?
He had a puppet?
That's Jeff Dunham.
Oh, okay.
That was long before what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Jeff Dunham's 5 minutes were back in the early 2000s, man.
Well, with the Dead Terrorist thing, I'd figure.
Yeah, and he had Jose the Jalapeno on his stick. And Peanut. Now, if you want puppeteer comedy, Randy Feltface.
Oh God.
There is
Randy.
no debate there. It's Randy.
Hey, viewer, check out Randy Writes a Novel.
Yes. Also check out Randy Gets Sober. Both of them are worth your time. If anyone is curious about what Randy is, you know that clip of Randy buying a bookshelf on Gumtree that was in your recommended feed? Because it was in everyone's recommended feed? Yeah, it's that.
That's why I never get invited to parties anymore. It's not because I ramble on about veganism and fisting old ladies. It's because I'm not on Facebook and everybody just assumes you are.
I don't know why the YouTube algorithm... I don't know why the YouTube algorithm just randomly picked up on this one fucking comedian to shower him with 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they did, because they exposed one of my favorite new comedians. It sent me and several others on this deep Randy K-hole, just trying to find anything of this guy that was on the internet.
Oh no, we're both in.
Then finally, some absolute Chad uploaded the full comedy special illegally.
I'm still waiting to get the full one.
Yeah, you and I
fucking
both
buy the
intend to
DVDs.
buy physical copies of that DVD. They've just been sold out for a long time, so we physically cannot. Randy,
I'm
we
sorry,
want to
Randy.
support you. Get more shit in stock. You took my scat.
I'm sorry, Randy. I downloaded the YouTube video.
We are physically incapable of financially supporting you at this point in time, Randy. It is not for lack of trying.
Literally, it's one of my home pages. I literally refresh it every fucking day.
And the second that I get a message down the pipeline from Nick that like, hey, he's got DVDs in stock, I'm getting one too. It's just, it's really frustrating when you want to support an artist and they do not make it easy.
Alright.
So yeah, there's your... Go watch Randy Writes a Novel. Support him. Buy the DVD when it's available. If it's available.
Oh, speakers! I'm so sorry, Captain Flipser! Please, don't burn me again!
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Them cutting that cutscene is a huge improvement.
Oh, yeah.
So we have to fade them out.
Good one, babe.
Baited him.
to Betamax.
You have to Betamax? Remember Big Hero 6?
Pretty good movie.
It was pretty good.
I think I really enjoy Siren as a character or a build.
Yeah.
I think the one really frustrating thing is that she can't use her ability on some bosses. Like just
Yeah. It also it's
I will
suboptimal
not be
use
able
him on
to
sub-bosses,
wait.
depending on what
Never
mode
mind.
you're going. Like right now,
Oh,
I
no.
actually shouldn't be using him on Flint because I need to be using him on enemies I can kill to get life orbs. But Flint has never been the most threatening boss in the world.
no. I mean, he's frustrating solo.
Oh
Simply
God,
because
yeah.
you don't really have the tools to
You basically
deal with
just
him
gotta
at this point.
take cover and poke him out. Although it depends on the class you're playing.
Yeah.
If you're Krieg, you can kind of just charge in and just fucking ass blast him.
Do you want this?
What is it? Yes, I do want that. I hope you know I'm putting a lot of money in the Moxie jar because Bad Touch is worth your time.
Well, okay, so that's another thing they added. They added all of the Moxie guns to the tip jar. They randomized the output, so it's no longer like in a set.
Oh,
Like
well,
a
it was already
set amount?
semi-random.
Yeah. Well, no, they came out in a certain. They just came out at random points, if I recall correctly.
So
might be
I
wrong
forget.
on
I
that.
think it's the Bad Touch that's it's the penetrating orbs.
And also, they now appropriately scale with level
Okay.
when they come out of it. So you don't
So
you don't
it
need to
will
rush
not
it down.
carry me through half the game, is what you're saying.
No. It like so instead of needing to get it at like level 15 when you kind of needed to, it'll go up with your level. So if you get it at level 30, it'll be level 30.
Okay.
If it's no longer set for a certain point in the game.
The one with the penetrating orbs, I forget if that's Bad Touch or Good Touch. That will just straight carry you up until like level 50.
Yep.
If you just get a decent slag secondary, pop slag on someone, and then hit them with Bad Touch, it's just death. It's really stupid. So much so that just pouring money into the Moxie jar is a good strategy that you should employ.
Part of it is just that there isn't much to spend your money on that's like
Yeah.
worth it.
This is sort of the opposite of Path of Exile, where most of the things you get are going to be drops, not bought. Which I have some mixed feelings on both this game and Path of Exile.
Yeah. I think when I first started playing, I was playing like an archer build or something, and I was just not having a fun time at all. But now that
Well, that's the thing, is that if you're not playing a build you enjoy with Path of Exile, there's just not that much going on in the game on a second-to-second basis, so it's uniquely soul-draining.
yeah.
Whereas this
but-
game, even if you're playing something you don't particularly love, it's a very active experience.
Yeah.
So it never becomes as like, I just want to stop playing. It's, you shoot. That, and as well, your build in this game is not hugely important, it's more about the guns.
All the
Which,
Salvadorans are crying.
I actually prefer, but our mutual friend Reese despises.
This machine will digital.
Yeah, I mean, so that's something. The more the Borderlands games go on, the more important the classes become.
Sorry.
Like in the
Yeah.
first Borderlands, it was basically meaningless, but
Oh,
in this
yeah.
one, it's kind of there. And then in the pre-sequel, it's more there. Hopefully, they continue this trend.
I don't know, I like the classes and I want them to be present, but I don't want them to be everything like
Yeah.
they can be Path of Exile. I want this game to maintain RPG light status. So I don't think this game does RPG particularly well. Because there are certain classes where they're in this game where their class ability is just, it doesn't work. 0.
I mean, that's literally only 0, where it just doesn't function.
Yeah, well,
correctly.
they're also just the ability is varying levels of usefulness on everyone else.
Yeah.
Whereas Gage is like sort of entirely reliant on Death Trap being up. Gunzerker is way less Gunzerking reliant. Although apparently you can reach a point with Gunzerker where you're permanently Gunzerking.
Yeah.
It's just that I did not find the Gunzerking ability fun enough to justify trying to get to that point.
Well, the thing is the Gunzerking ability is literally entirely late game, so it's just more interesting to play another class for 90% of the game.
Oh yeah. Which, like Siren, because Siren's ability is completely game-changing, especially once you get to higher levels, but you can also survive most fights without it.
Executing phase shift.
That's the way that I sort of sell the abilities to people, is that the abilities aren't your primary trading tool, they are your game changers. They are the ability that makes your class unique. They are not the ability that your class uses most of the time.
Authorized user accepted. Enjoy the ride, and there's a pimento taco in the glove box.
Oh
Haha,
boy,
he
I
said
love Scooter.
pimentaco.
Try requesting
Ha 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 ha.
Ha! Thanks for your
Wait for me, you fucking dick
You can
shit.
just teleport.
real charmer, that one.
I know, but wait for
You
me.
should now
We're
be
doing
able
this
to
as a team.
deselect a car from any catch. Great. Now head to Sanctuary
Now,
and
which
find
button
Ethan.
uses the turbo?
Want to meet the Vault Hunter who
That's
stares down
shift.
handsome
God
Jordan.
damn it.
Nope.
It's I thought it was E. All of my buttons are weird. Okay.
The
Well, that
vehicle
went well.
controls in this, you can tell were made for a controller.
Yeah.
Whereas people who shoot and play FPSs with a fucking controller, you are mutants. You are weirdos. I'm looking at you, Nick.
I don't play shooters with
You're a
fucking
Halo
controller.
diehard.
Yes, and I haven't played Halo since Halo
Master
4.
Chief Collection, hey!
Master Chief Collection.
I'm sorry, I think that we glanced over for a minute that we actually have all like the important Halo games and Reach coming to PC.
Yeah. Expect a full play of that too.
I don't know about that one.
Well, at least from me. Fuck you.
You're gonna do that as your solo content?
Yeah, that's my solo content.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, don't just because we're doing this, don't think that this is completely taking over for everything else we're also doing.
Yeah.
Cave Story is still coming. So I know that the one person who's our regular viewer is counting on that. It's weird how
Oh, Cave Story. I thought you said Abe's Story, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
No.
I don't know what that
Abe's
is.
Story. Yeah, isn't it weird how at 2 different points we've had regular viewers and neither of them have been the same thing?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the first one.
Aw, she's around. Good old Sunny.
Our content just sucks.
Yeah. That's understandable. That's our fault. We're trying our ding old
We also,
best.
I'm almost ground up in Pokemon. It's gonna end up having been like a fucking year since we played Pokemon by the
Yeah,
time
dude.
we played
I don't
it
know
again.
what the fuck you're doing. You don't need to be
Grinding
doing
every Pokemon we have up to 30 is a long process.
including the ones in your box?
Including the ones in your filthy box.
You're retarded.
Yes!
You killed our channel.
Yes! To be
This
fair,
isn't even about.
no one was watching Pokemon anymore at that point. That's the good thing about how we can just drop any of our series, because no one's watching any of them. We're not losing viewers if we drop anything we're making.
We just need to find our game, you know? You know,
It's gonna
dude.
be Cave Story. Cave Story's gonna be big.
It is that it? Is that the money we're betting on?
We're putting all our chips on Cave Story. I'm going full clickbait. I'm putting curly brace pornography in every thumbnail.
Not even soft porn.
No,
Full
not
on
even
porn.
cropped either. Just full fucking get us removed from YouTube shit. That's the strat. That's the $1 million idea.
I'm retiring from whatever the fuck this is.
You already forget our name?
Tutorial.
No.
It was my name.
Jeff's
It was
Funhouse.
Fuck.
You forgot so soon? Did this mean
Wait,
nothing to
where's
you?
Corporal Reese? Oh, there he is. How did he know that we were Vault Hunters? And I was under the impression everybody was a Vault Hunter.
I mean, the only, like, little girl psychopathic enough to be running around shooting people is generally going to be a Vault Hunter.
Tina isn't?
Yeah, but Tina isn't a real person. Also, Tina doesn't run around, she just stays in her little hole. Oh god, I talked about Tina's little holes. Randy's now watching the video.
Recruited to the Raiders. Get that power core back. While you're at it, kill some bandits for us.
Take a shot every time we make a Randy pitch for Joe. You will be dead.
I don't know why they explain a map function that's already been put into use not only once, multiple times.
It's almost like the beginning of this game was kind of haphazard and feels like it may have been rewritten at the last second.
Yeah.
It's interesting you compare the start of this game to the start of Borderlands 1, because Borderlands 1 starts with you in a hub area, and you're just sort of moving out around it and finding new hub areas, whereas this game, you don't enter your first real hub area until you get to Sanctuary. Like, you could argue the camp on the shelf is a hub area, but you're wrong if you do.
No. Thank you,
Death
Death Trap.
Fucking last
Thank
hit
you.
minion. So I could, yeah. All according to Keikaku, I see.
Thank you, DT. You
DT
did it.
out there getting you all that XP.
Great. That won't destroy Sanctuary.
Getting me that spicy 100.
Once I get there. Welcome to the Crimson Ridge. Damn it. I'm being attacked. I'll see you.
I remember when Borderlands 1 came out, I was pretty hyped for it, which is why I ended up buying it. It was mostly because all of the trailers and the merchandising were using that fucking Cage the Elephant song.
Yeah.
Which was a song that I fucking loved at that time. So looking back, Cage the Elephant was a thing that we just sort of like. Yeah.
I like Cage the Elephant. I mean they're not
I don't
fantastic.
hate them, but like looking back, their music is just like, wow, this was a thing that we all just sort of accepted. They were just one of those bands that just wanted to sound like 100 other different bands.
Hey DT, why don't you take aggro for me, bud? Easy.
Speaking of bands that want to sound like other bands, have you heard of Greta Van Fleet?
No, what the fuck?
Okay, so you know Led Zeppelin?
Ah.
You know Led Zeppelin, one of the most
I guess.
universally, commercially, and critically beloved bands ever? So Greta Van Fleet really wants to be Led Zeppelin. And
I know.
And they're,
now this might get me crucified. I know of Led Zeppelin. I can't name a single song by them.
That's fair enough.
Stairway to
I
Heaven?
sort of assumed that everyone like was really into Led Zeppelin, but apparently that was just my dad played a lot of them for me, so I'm super familiar with it. But they're on the same level as like Queen, where it's like everyone knows them and everyone loves them, basically.
Stairway to Heaven, is that them?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
I know one song.
So that's the thing, is that Greta Van Fleet, basically they're like, we want to be Led Zeppelin, and they are really good at imitating the sound. Like the lead singer sounds like Robert Plant. They're using the same guitar models and amp models to get the same guitar sound. Like, they sound like Led Zeppelin. The problem with that is that Led Zeppelin could be, like, lyrical at times. You know, for as many "Ooh Baby, I'm Gonna Love You" songs as Led Zeppelin made, their most...
Fuck.
That's Bon Jovi.
I know John Bon.
Their
Don't worry.
most famous song
wanna
is
get 'em.
"Stairway to Heaven," which is like a slow building lyrical song. It's not "Ooh Baby, I'm Gonna Love You." And then every song on Greta Van Fleet's first album is "Ooh Baby, I'm Gonna Love You," and they just have nothing to say.
As you knew it, the chaos, the bandits.
Which, like, I want to like Greta Van Fleet just because there aren't really a lot of bands doing 70s rock type sounds these days. But you gotta have something to say, and Greta Van Fleet has nothing to say. It's really frustrating.
Yeah. I don't know. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
There's some bands like that for me.
Well,
where
and,
it's just
I like the sound that they've got. It's like a comfortable pair of shoes you can just slip into. It's like, I know this. This is safe and familiar.
Oh, so they're kind of like Real Big Fish.
Yeah, this is completely non-threatening. This is a safe and familiar sound. But then the second you try to, like, look into what they're saying, it's like, wow, they want to be Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. I mean, so the comparison I made to Real Big Fish is, like, not... They aren't, like, a similar sound, I would guess. I don't know Greta Van Fleet. But, like, Streetlight Manifesto is an amazing band.
I mean, you certainly think so.
And then one of their counterparts in a similar genre of music is Real Big Fish, which has a similar sound to them.
Oh yeah, Nick, you're actually just straight up into ska.
Yeah, I mean...
Nick is into ska.
Please don't say it like that.
He's into ska.
Please don't say it like that.
You know ska came before reggae, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. That was first wave.
Yeah. Nick is he's
I'm
a
more
real
third and
big
fourth
Boss
wave.
Tones fan.
No. No, I'm
Check the
not.
door when I got home and realized I was alone. Sat for hours by the window, wondering where did you go?
Stand up straight.
The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Off the wall. Sat for hours by the window, wondering where did you go? Where did you go?
I think that was one of my favorite jokes from BoJack Horseman. It's that Mr. Peanut Butter is just straight up into ska.
Yeah.
It's just...
Roland needs your help. Without
Like,
you,
oh no,
these
that's a
Rangers don't
neat...
stand a chance
like-
against Jack. Please find out where Roland's
You're just a Mr. Peanut Butter who wants to be a BoJack, and I'm just a BoJack who wants to be a Mr. Peanut Butter. That's how it is.
Now the last refuge for
I don't think that's how it is.
I think that's exactly how it is.
Well, hang me upside down from a
Oh god, do they not have the scooter intro cutscene? Best mod.
Best mod.
Yeah, all of the cutscenes that they've been removing so far, universal praise for removing them, I will say.
I mean, Boom Boom being revealed to be two people is funny for the
Yeah.
first time,
But
but I mean,
it's a hit
kind
or
of
miss
lost on
joke.
both of us.
Yeah, the joke is completely lost on us at this point. It's hit or miss, but I guess they never hit, huh?
I got some fuel cells around here.
You made a bad joke. I bet it never lands, huh?
Fuck you.